Hi everyone, welcome back to our 7-day yoga challenge. So today I've got a standing balance for you, which is really important and such a great practice for body awareness. Obviously making sure that we can still balance, especially as we're getting older. This is really important. So I hope you enjoy the practice today. We're going to start with a fit hip distance apart. Just starting in our centering mountain pose. We've done this a few times now, so you know your postural corrections possibly already. If not, make sure you come back to the mirror and practicing with that. Always finding the optimal alignment before we start to make our movements. Good, so from there we're simply going to shift our weight over into the right. So for me, for example, as I mentioned before, I have a left lumbar curve, so I know my hips tend to shift over to the right. If I shift over to my right leg, I'm not letting my right hip pop out. I'm keeping it in, so I can keep the right side long and bringing the left knee up. Good, so this is just one example. This is an example of my curvature, of course, but make sure that you're practicing according to what your body and what your pattern is, of course. Good, so I'm just testing my balance here, see how it feels, and then I'm gonna release and try the other side. So I'm gonna shift over to the other side. This always feels different. I'm bringing the right knee up here. I'm not trying to shorten the right side. I'm going to keep it nice and long, which makes me wobble a little bit more. Because remember, we're always strongest when we're actually in our curve pattern, because that's what our bodies are used to. So we're going to challenge them a little bit more. Good. Let's come back to the first side. This time we're going to take it into tree pose. So hips staying really nice and stable. Turn the leg out to the side. So notice how far you can take the leg out without turning the whole body. So for me, this is actually not very far. This is always much less than I think it should be, but I'm okay with that. And I feel strong and stable here. Good, so from here, we're gonna bring the leg into tree pose. So I'm gonna bring it to the inside of the leg, again lengthening up through the crown of the head. I love bringing the hands together at the center of the chest, because then I can really think about relaxing the tops of the shoulders. Good, see if you can bring the elbows slightly out and pressing the hands together a little bit, which helps again to keep that length and stability. Good, and then slowly release. Good, so before you come to the other side, just give everything a little shake. Setting yourself up for the other side. So let's keep the hands on the waist or on the hips to begin with. Shift the weight over, picking up the other leg. Again, notice if you now tend to go into your curve pattern, or can you keep the length on the concave sides? Turning the leg out to the side without turning the whole body. So see if you can keep facing forwards, just bringing the leg out and then placing the sole of the foot on the inner leg, anywhere on the inner leg. So if you know that balancing is not very easy for you, maybe your foot is down here, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely okay. Nearly lost my balance here. Good. And then maybe bringing the hands again together to get that sense of being centered, feeling strong, getting a little bit more length. Taking one more breath. And then slowly release. Good. So as always, we've done an asymmetric pose. See if you can come into symmetry again. And whatever this might be, maybe you are familiar with downward dog. Maybe you just stand in mountain pose. Chair pose is another one. So I'm hoping that these little inspirations every day keep you on the mat and hopefully helping you to start continuing your personalized practice, which you're creating at the end of the day just for you. So thank you so much for watching today, and I'm going to see you tomorrow.